Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you something more meta because I'm having so much fun playing this deck, which is Snake Eye Kashtira, and I wanted to share with you the deck list because why not? Sometimes it's fun to play some meta deck. Without further ado, let's start talking about the ratio. So first of all, to draw the lockboard. This is here more for two reasons mainly. The first one is because it's actually this deck has some issue playing through draw the lockboard, so this card is a crossout target. But this card can be one of your best way to answer for opponent maxi because usually this deck does only one or two search. Usually after you search with Poplar, you are free to maxi to draw your opponent, so he can just draw something between one and two cards depending on the point that they use maxi. So yeah, I think this is an additional response to Maxi for deck that want to special summon a lot, and it's pretty a viable strategy right I think here in the Master Duel. I really wish Maxi would be banned so we don't have to worry about a running card like the Donald Lockbird to just stopping that card, but for now it's a good card and it's a good extender. I might share with you a replay where this thing actually came out in the game. Then one, the synchron, you need it because you just want to access your synchro package with Formula Synchron and Bottled Savage Dragon. Free Snake Eye Ash, your best normal summon, your best starter. One Snake Eye Oak, you don't need more than one. Two Poplar, you want the second one because sometimes your Poplar gets stuck in your head and you want something to search on the follow-up with Dash, so two Poplar is the correct ratio. Never play free, never play one, just play two. Free Maxi because this game is horrible. Free Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring because Maxi is a thing and we respect branded. I swear, if Maxi was not in the game, I would probably not have played Ash Blossom because would prefer having something else than just Ash Blossom. But Maxi exists, so run free Ash Blossom. Kashtira package, which is one Kashtira Farrier and two Kashtira Unicorn because yeah, this is what we are allowed to play in this game. And Castillo Unicorn is especially good because it allows you to go into Birth, and Birth can just be two body by itself and be an additional interruption, be additional what's called follow up in the turn after, so you can bring back your unicorn, you bring back your fairy if it's in the graveyard or banished. So pretty good package and it's a level 7 so you can just normal summon just synchron go into Battle Savage Dragon bring back Unicorn and maybe do Diabestar remove your Castilla Birth and set what's it called S- set original and keep going from that point on. So pretty good card, pretty good package. I wouldn't mind running this because if you have it, run it. If you don't have it, you might play something else. But if you have this package, run it. It's so good and it's so free. Then we have free the best the Black Witch. You need free because it's a best. It's one of your best starter, one of your best extender. It's level 7, so you can go into some synchro plays, and it's a spellcaster, so it's a excellent target. So yeah, run free. Two Snake Eye Flamber's Dragon. You need two because one is for the main combo. You use two during your main combo because one goes into Spell Trap to play around Nibiru, and the other one can just be special summon from the deck, so go to the graveyard, bring back the pieces, and keep going from that position. So you need two. You don't need three because three is too much. Two is correct. One Nibiru because it's a crossout target. Then we are going to with a spell. One Sinful Spoils of Subversion. I was reluctant to play this card before because I don't feel it was that needed, but after playing around, I think this card is pretty good, especially going second if you want to break board. You could play talents, you could play something else, but the fact that this card is searchable with popular and give you something on the follow-up, it's extremely viable. So I think it's worth running in one copy. Two, Bonfire. Ideally, you want to run three. I just run two because I have two Bonfire and I don't want to craft the third one. Maybe I will open some more packs to get the third one. But realistically, why you want three Bonfire? Like, I'm thinking about it more and more, and the more I think about it, I want to see Bonfire, yeah, but this deck is already so consistent that I don't really need a third copy of Bonfire to just search a follow-up that I'm able to search regardless. So maybe 3 is the correct ratio, and you should run 3 Bonfire, but there are no reason to just run free bonfire when you usually wanna use this card just as a follow-up. And if you go your full combo, this card is completely dead. So I think just two is fine. You don't need free. Origin Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. Card that should be banned. This card should not exist in the game. Unfortunately, it exists, so it allows us to go into a lot of cool stuff. So play this card. One copy, two copy would be even better if you have space to run it, but you just need one most of the time. Then one Precious Planet Raceward, because yeah, this is Kashtira. Part of the Castilla package. People love Ashing this card because they don't want Fairy to come on the field, and so you can bait Ash and go into your Snake Eye plays. One Divine Temple of the Snake Eye, other busted card. This card allows you to play through Nibiru since you can put Snake Eye Flamber Dragon on the spell and trap zone, and then if the opponent decides to Nibiru, you can just bring it back. One Kashtira Birth, because it's part of the Kashtira package and it's a stupid card. Another card that should not exist in the game, but it exists and it went back to choose, so run it. Two cards declared by the grave, because Maxi exists. If Maxi was not exist, at least 5 cards from this deck would have been removed, which this spells a lot about how much this card is stupid and should not exist. One crossout designator because Maxi is a thing. Wanted because this is your best card, your best opener, and remember to activate this card during the draw phase if you run it, because so the opponent can't draw and lockboard you. If you activate this card at any other point of the turn, the opponent will be able to draw and lock you unless you add. Wait, you can. Yeah, unless you add the Diabestar from the graveyard, but you don't want to do it, you want to add it from the deck. And lastly, three Infinite Impermanence. You can cut one and run the third Bonfire. I think that's the only card that I would cut, but why do it? I just want to have Infinite Impermanence. I think it's a better card than having just another Bonfire. So, let's talk about the extra deck. One formula synchron, it's needed if you want to go into jet synchron, and since it's a level 2 you can go into your sprite elf, which is it's not here anymore. Okay, scrap it, never mind. Used to run sprite elf, but probably I've cut it for something later and I don't remember what. So yeah, still this is a good card and you should still play it since it's a free draw and can go a lot of things with the Just Synchron. One Borrowed Savage Dragon, this card plus Diabestar plus this is Borrowed Savage plus your Snake Eye combo completely free with a discard, so run it. But on the floor, it's neither if you're gonna go into Formula Synchron. But if you open Unicorn plus Ash, you can just go into Baron, bring back Unicorn, and then go with your the best star play, protected by Baron on the floor. So pretty good. Run it. One link Kuribo because it's part of the combo, and you need it because you wanna link that Poplar and put it back on the spell trap zone. One Hita, Fire Dex Raffing, one IP Masquerena, part of the combo, best interruption, you can go into a lot of things. Into a lot of things. One Dark, mostly it's used to rank up into Selene, but there are some application and it doesn't have a lot of targets to search in this particular version if it goes to the graveyard, but it's still a good card to run, especially because it can go up into Selene. One topologic Tishbane. This is something that I want to try because I lost this card very recently, and I thought, yeah, actually this is a good card. So let's read it first. Link free 2005 attack, Cyber's Link monster, two or more effect monsters. If a monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, banish as many of those monsters as possible, also as many spell trap on the field as possible, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each card banished by this effect. So, what this card is here is it replaced the slot for Nightmare Phoenix because you want a spell trap removal in this deck because there are times where you want to just remove a card from your opponent's field, from your opponent back row. But this card can actually be a massive spell trap removal because you can, if you have a Snake Eye in play, you can tribute them, special summon Kuribo to a zone this card point to, and just banish Kuribo and banish all the spell trap on the field. So it's a massive removal. If it has one or two floodgate that maybe you don't know how to deal, this card can deal with them multiple times. It's a link free, so you can go with Masquerena into it and just bring stuff on. There, in theory, you after your opponent set everything, if you have Masquerena plus Flamberge, you can go. Let's say your opponent is playing Labyrinth, is set 5 and pass, or 2 or 3, whatever they want. So you can link Flamberge and Masquerena into Topologic Tisbena, activate Flamberge, special summon 2 from the graveyard, one in a zone that Tishbena is pointing to. So you can just chainlink one Ash, chainlink two Oak, chainlink three Tishbena. So you can just banish the card that has been special summoned on where it points to, banish all the spell trap of your opponent, deal a massive damage, and then trigger your other stuff. So I think this card is pretty cool, and it's worth testing it. Since I was lucky to pull it, I say, well, why not? Let's give it a try, and so far it's not disappointing. You can run Nightmare Phoenix if you want. Feel free to do it. I think it's. I want to try this card. One Nightmare Unicorn. Please give us SP Little Knight because I want to run this card and not Unicorn anymore. But ideally, this is the best card you can go in with your Masquerena. One Selene because it's part of the access code line. One Prometheus Princess, another card that should be banned and should not exist in the game, but unfortunately exists, so run it, and it would allow this deck to be so much pushed. One Amphibious Swarm Ship Blow Whale, I will never be able to pronounce it. You need this card to go into combo and to link away your Promethean Princess so you're not fire locked anymore. Yeah, run it. When Appaloosa, you don't to discard that much anymore in this version, but there are moments where you just wanna play this card and have that free to 2 to 3 interrupt monster negate. So pretty good. You can still run it. You can run Spite F, and I think maybe it's a card that I would like to cut for Spite F and have it back. One access clock talker because it's part of the combo and can just TK out of nowhere, and one underwood goddess. You can run Zelantis. I don't have Zelantis because I didn't want to craft it, and I had this card due to Unchained, so I want to run this card. Also, this deck has some issue going against the tower monster, things that can be targeted, that can be destroyed by effect, that are unaffected, and Goddess can just remove that threat from the field. So yeah, I think you can just run it. You never know. Maybe you rank up into rank. You go into rank and you play with against Shark that start with left hand and Crooked Cook, and you're not able to deal with that, and you just lose at that point. But thanks to Goddess, you can just remove it from the game from the field and OTK the same turn. So yeah, pretty good. If you feel to run it, don't run it. If you don't like it, up to you. As said, all deck lists should be more or less a way to an indication of how you should play the deck, not being followed religiously. So feel free to tool around with the ratio as much as you want. Now, since we have still some time, let's jump into a replay so we can just see this deck in action. So here we are with a replay. I'm going first, and my opening again is Maxi, Ash Blossom, Kashtira Unicorn, Called by the Grave, and Original Sinful Spoil. As you can see, this is a busted hand, because not only I have Kashtira Unicorn that can bait interruption, I have Called by the Grave if my opponent has something that can be activated from my hand. I have 2 Entrap, I have original foil, original sinful spoil, so I can go into my snake eye. So this is a busted hand, and this showcase what I was telling you before, how much the Castilla package can just push this deck even further, much more than it was already able to go. So let's keep going with the replay. Main phase 1, special summon Unicorn, effective Unicorn at birth, normal summon Ash Blossom. Now I want to normal summon Ash Blossoms because now I can go into Burn on the Floor. So Burn on the Floor, and now I'm able to do my combo line through Burn on the Floor in protection. So if my opponent has Nibiru as something else, I can just negate it and keep going on with my regular combo. So activate Castilla Birth effect to special summon Unicorn, activate Unicorn. I decided to activate to send a Unicorn with Sinful Spire because I prefer having Castilla Birth for the follow-up. So the next turn I can just revive back Unicorn, and I still have having the banish free cards might still be worth going into it the next turn. So I prefer going this way. Special summon Ash, effect of Ash, add Poplar effect, special summon itself, add tempo, activate tempo. So now he's about to use Nibiru. Uh, so going into Baron on the floor was the correct play. So I can just negate Nibiru with Baron on the floor. He activated Nibiru at the correct spot because right now I'm not able to special summon Flamberge if I decide to put it on a spell and trap stand because it's not still this card is still not activated, so it needs to resolve first, so I can put the Flamberge on, and then you can see that the monster has been special summoned, so I can bring on Flamberge. So he waited for the correct moment to activate Nibiru, but unfortunately, Baron de Fleur is on the field, so he can protect it. So Baron, Nibiru negated, and place Flamberge on the spell trap zone. Poplar, link for Linkuribo. Effect of Poplar, put itself on the spell trap zone. Effect of Ash, sending Poplar in itself to the graveyard. Effect of Oak, bring back Ash. It's wherever you can bring back Poplar too if you want. Effect of Oak, sending Kuribo to special summon Flamberge. Link both to special summon IP Masquerena. Effect of Flamberge, special summon 2 monster from the graveyard. Link away for Promethean Princess. Effect of Promethean Princess to bring back Flamberge. Flamberge effect put IP Masquerena into the spell trap zone. Link away for Ambler Whale. Set Colored by and pass. So as you can see, this is full combo with the Baron protection. My opponent has only 5 cards on the hand, so it's pretty good. And moreover, during my opponent turn, draw phase, standby. During the standby, I can activate, bring back Unicorn. Okay, now let's pause for a second. So now I have banished from the exiled from my opponent. This is a really difficult board to deal with. I don't like activate Flamberge right now. I prefer waiting and using the effect of a temple to bring up Masquerena, because in this way I'm not playing into Trust. This time it's irrelevant because I played into Trust regardless, because I wanted to activate Baron the Floor. So bringing Masquerade up would have been fine at this point, but I decided, okay, just keep it here and wait for the opponent when if he decides to do something. Because maybe I want to activate Masquerena, bring it back, and then use Flamberge to bring back the other Flamberge. So it depends. I prefer, I still I prefer not using Flamberge to special summon IP Masquerena and wait for your opponent to just normal summon and using Tempo. So I can ensure at least the fact that my opponent won't start with Trust during my turn, during his turn. And yeah, he scoops. Because if there's no way he was able to deal with this kind of field. So I hope you enjoyed this deck profile plus replay. If you like and subscribe this video, subscribe to the channel, and see you next time with some more Master Duel content. Bye!